I never thought I would use fire to repair a computer, but here we are. Let me explain how I got here. This Chromebook was part of a lot I got for free on Facebook Marketplace. It's perfectly functional, but has broken hinges, which makes it pretty difficult to use. I also have this Chromebook shell, which has working hinges and is in much better cosmetic condition. My goal was to put all the components of the functional Chromebook into the Chromebook shell with a working hinge to make a Chromebook that doesn't explode every time you open it up. So let's get started. After removing the tape surrounding the hinges and unscrewing all the case screws, I grabbed a suction cup to make a gap between the bottom panel and frame. Once the bottom cover was out of the way, I can unplug and remove the laptop's battery, and after that, I can unplug the connectors for the LCD, trackpad, I/O board, and speakers. Then I disconnected the cables for the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on the network card. The next step is to remove the main board, but this is where I ran into some problems. This screw holding in the network card was stripped, and no matter what I tried, I could not extract it. Since I'm unable to disconnect the network card from the motherboard is also stuck in place. Or so I thought. What if, instead of unplugging the network card and removing the motherboard this way, I could somehow move the board that way with the network card still attached? The motherboard was only secured by a bit of plastic surrounding the headphone jack, so if I remove some of the plastic, the motherboard would be free. That's where the fire comes in. I used a lighter to try and soften or melt away the plastic before using a pry tool to chip away at the edge of the casing. And with enough patience, I can wiggle the motherboard free. With the main board free, I can unscrew the last remaining component, which is the daughter board. And with everything removed from the old housing, I can start swapping things into the new one. I start by screwing in the motherboard and plugging in the cables for the LCD and speakers. Then I screw in the daughter board and reroute the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth cables into their channels. After that, I can plug in the network card and secure the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna cables. There are a few more connectors to plug into the motherboard. Then I can install the battery and plug it in. Now, all that's left to do is test the computer, and thankfully, it turns on. With that, I can screw in the bottom case screws, give the screen a clean, and we have a Chromebook with a working hinge.